All right, welcome back. This is video 3 of lesson 1, which is the main idea of this lesson is what did the founders think about constitutional government. We are going to discuss the last objective there on your screen, which is describe what a constitution is. I need to briefly point out that a republic, which is a form of government, which should be included in the last video, is there on your screen. This comes from the ancient Romans. Once they had overthrown the monarchy or the dictator, they created what's known as a republic. And a republic is essentially what type of government we actually have in the United States. A lot of people say that we have a democracy, and while we have a representative democracy, it's more of a republic. And of course, this is created from our Constitution, which is the reason that I put it in this video. A republic is a nation that gets its power, a nation with a government that gets its power by the people. The people, us, elect our representatives, people to represent us in government. This comes again from the ancient Romans. The ancient Romans set up a government in which we have, as the citizens of this country, we have the power. And so we have essentially what's known as popular sovereignty. We elect or delegate our power to people, and then we, along with the representatives, the citizens along with the representatives, work together to promote what's known as the common good. And I will talk about the common good in later lessons. So really, we're asking ourselves this: what is a constitution? And a constitution, in very simple definition, is a plan that sets forth the structure and the power of the government. This is the reason that I saved discussing a Roman Republic for this video, because essentially that's what our Constitution does. We wrote the Constitution to give our government power. There are two types of constitutions, written and unwritten. A written constitution is essentially just that. The actual Constitution is written down, just like in the United States. There are 4 pieces of paper that acts as our Constitution. And then there are unwritten constitutions. And an unwritten constitution is a government that sets up its structure and its power using different types of documents. And Great Britain is the one that we will discuss in the next lesson. But here's essentially what a constitutional government is. A constitutional government means that it is a government with limits. The government does not have all power. The government has some restraints on power, it has some denied powers, and it acts as what's called higher law. Just because a country does not have a written constitution does not mean that that it's not a constitutional government, and vice versa. Just because a government has or a country has a written constitution does not mean it is a constitutional government. Constitutional governments establish some limits on how governments use their power. And in the next couple of lessons, we will talk about limited governments and essentially constitutional governments. I hope you enjoyed lesson 1 of the flipped lessons, and I will see you in class next time. Bye!